Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Super excited about today's episode. We are looking at ELQUEST Hidden Years number 9.5, a special collaboration between Wendy Pini and John Byrne. Totally amazing. Wendy Pini is writing and penciling, and we have John Byrne on inks, and their styles look amazing together. I'm so happy to bring you this hidden gem that I discovered myself recently. Huge Byrne fan, if you know, if you watch my channel. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and let's get right into it. So I just covered another Hidden Years issue that John Byrne did, like a 16-page story that he wrote and drew about Winnowill and Two Edge, and it was amazing, and it's so good. So I thought there was other ELFQuest stuff. In my John Byrne ELFQuest journey, I discovered this holiday special, number 9.5. Not sure what that's about, but it is a Byrne inking Wendy Pini, and it is so good. Look at this cover. They talk inside about how like Marvel and DC always have like the all fight issues or whatever. So this is sort of their answer to the all fight issue, but it is such a reminder why I love ELFQuest so much and what a great writer Wendy Pini is, and like how meaningful the story actually is behind the guise of like a SmackDown kind of fight issue. Let's look at this cover really quickly before we open it up and just see how well Wendy Pini and John Byrne's style mesh together. I instantly loved ELFQuest, and I discovered it after I was a fan of Byrne. And it's funny, I just think that they're so well suited together. They have similar sensibilities and major appeal on both parts. You know, Wendy probably more so than Byrne, leaning into the cartooniness of their style. And, you know, it's just great. But here, let's show you. Presenting a Hidden Year special event, Rogues Challenge, a once in an immortal's lifetime, no-holds-barred, hairball-settling slugfest. Brought to you by Wendy Punch Tosser Pini. Have fun. Script and pencils, John Wound Wrangler Byrne inks, Suzanne Hugh Seeker Decknick colors, Lorena Nibslinger Mappa letters, and Richard Nitpicker Pini edits. Richard Pini, Wendy's husband, publisher of Warp Graphics, Wendy and Richard Pini. I love ELFQuest, and you know, it's funny, as like one of those purists, I don't know if I would have sought out or like where I was collecting, but somehow I missed the boat on this because I feel like I would have been all about it. I mean, come on, John Byrne inking Wendy Pini. It's always fun when John Byrne inks someone else or works with someone else. And of course, looking at this instantly makes me want to see Wendy Pini ink John Byrne. So maybe that's out there. I have to find it. I don't know. Where is there more Byrne ELFQuest stuff besides the other one that I was talking about? Let's find out. I love this. I love the folklore. I love all the characters. We have this sort of dream sequence of Cutter in this opening sequence, a nightmare rather. There's Rayek and Lita, and just the beloved characters of ELFQuest. And it's so funny because, you know, the Byrne influence is there, but once again, it's like, you know, realizing how well Byrne and Pini's styles mesh together is probably not as surprising as I should be. I love seeing Cutter and Skywise here. It's funny because I feel like in the back you'll get to see like a process page and you get to see her layouts. So I don't know that she did complete full pencils. They're pretty tight, but they look a little more like breakdowns. Not crazy about the coloring. I know this was kind of popular around the time and maybe even seen high end as far as like, you know, like indie books go, as far as like this watercolor kind of look. I mean, arguably it's, you know, more I don't know, fancy, I guess, than the, you know, flat colors. But especially with someone like Byrne, who's bringing a lot of great texture and depth to the art, I don't need like the distraction of an over painted sort of coloring. Like this here is an example of that. I hate to say, I'm sorry, no slam to the colorist whatsoever, because the colorist is doing nothing wrong here. It's just my preference as far as coloring style. I just don't like it as much as I would love to see this pop in like a, you know, bright sort of comic book style that we're used to seeing with John Byrne's art, especially since it's such a great shot there. Like, totally cool. I love it. Like, it's so funny because Wendy Pini is like, penciling this, and I don't know, it just goes to show like how epic in scope ELFQUEST is, and like everything was there. Like, the character moments. I mean, look at the beautiful art here, you guys. This is so good. I need this in like recolored or black and white or something. I just love this. ELFQUEST Artist Edition. Call to arms. What do you think, Wendy? That would be so amazing. Whether you do it through yourself, someone else, IDW would do an amazing job. I would love to see Wendy Pini's art from ELFQUEST get the artist treatment. And if we could throw in pages like this, that would be amazing too. God bless you, whoever owns the original art to this. Hopefully it's Wendy. Or Byrne himself. I don't know. Well, great 2-page spread. Thank you for giving us this 2-page spread. I'm trying to think if like Wendy threw in a lot of 2-page spreads in ELFQUEST or not. But John Byrne is so famous for his 2-page spreads, so maybe this was a gift to him. But I love about this 2-page spread too is like, because it's so, I don't know, we get to see all these like trolls and different elves and stuff and this layer, and it is so cool. I love it. The world of ELFQUEST is amazing. Like, where is the ELFQUEST movie? Where is the cartoon? Where is the CGI? Why aren't there like 100 cutters every year for Halloween? I don't know. I just feel like it's sort of, I mean, if you know, you know. I know that people are obsessed with ELFQUEST. God knows I was. And seeing this is bringing back all the feels of how much I love it. I love this panel too here. I feel like I say I love it more than Lisa Barlow and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But I don't care. If I have to be the Lisa Barlow of the comic geek world, I love it. Anyway, does this not look like Billy from Stranger Things, the hot jerk lifeguard or whatever? I mean, before he turned into a dead zombie or whatever the hell happened to him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got that vibe. I don't know. Like, the ELFQUEST characters are kind of hot, right? I mean, look at Rayek and Cutter, and they're going to fight shirtless now. I mean, it's a little, I feel like ELFQUEST, in a way, is sort of like a product of, I don't know, it was like there was a lot of sword and sorcery. It was like the free love of was it the 70s, I guess, still? I don't know. I was too young for all that. But, I mean, everything was pretty hypersexualized. And you had a lot of these, like, half-naked people fighting each other and stuff like that. And I'm all here for it, let me tell you. This is so good. Like, Wendy Pini, like, this is like looking at storyboards from a movie. She's such a great storyteller. She has... is she underrated? I feel in a way, like, I don't know, because like the ELFQUEST art has always been so amazing. And I guess this speaks of my love to John Byrne as well, but normally I wasn't super crazy about it when somebody else would ink Wendy Pini, because I think with most artists, they ink themselves the best, and she is definitely an example of that. I feel like when ELFQUEST went to like Apple Comics and they did that Return to Blue Mountain, and I feel like Joe Staten might have inked it, like there was a definite difference. I would have to revisit that now, I think, because I think I would definitely feel differently about it with mature, art educated eyes or whatever, but I would probably like it better than I did at the time. But the point I'm trying to make is this is freaking gorgeous. Like, this combination of John Byrne inking Wendy Pini is so good. And like I said, I would love to see the tables turn. Maybe it's out there. I'm going to have to do my research and find Pini inking Byrne, because that would also be amazing. See what I mean? Like, just look at the face there. Like, that's not such a far cry from what John Byrne was doing, like, in the 70s and 80s with his pretty female faces, right? Here's this great centerfold. My angel is a centerfold. I love When I Will. Like, just the characters of this universe are just so fun and cool and just amazing. And it all should have, like, a line of action figures. I forget this character's name, but I freaking love him, too. I just love her style. Oh, and Tildak, duh. How could I forget? Thank you, universe, for immediately answering my questions. Now that looks even more like Billy, with sort of like the curly mullet, right? Am I right? Did ELFQUEST predict Stranger Things? Did Stranger Things steal from ELFQUEST? They're like, oh, we need an 80s look, and we're gonna... No, I'm just kidding. Is that Namor? Oh my god, what's happening here? There's so much going on. I love the imaginative panel layouts, too. So much fun. I love this book. It is so great. It is so fantastic. And like I said, the story is so good. Because it's presented like just this, like, grudge match. Like, you know... I mean, there's bad blood between Cutter and Rayek. I'm not even going to spoil anything for you. If you have the audacity... I'm guessing that if you're watching this video, you're probably already... You may already be a winner. You might already be an ELFQUEST fan. But if you're not, and you need a comic book that is so amazing, go out there. And, like, from page 1, you will be drawn in. It is an experience. I almost recommend reading it black and white. I mean, there's so many different ways to read ELFQUEST out there, but start at the beginning, read it, do yourself a favor, enjoy the beautiful art of Wendy Pini. What a great panel here. This is so good. This is dying for, I don't know, something. Oh my god, look at this page right here. Like, this is so next level. It is so good. Like, I don't know, there's so much greatness going on within the pages of this book. Who knew Wendy Pini and John Byrne would be, like, the most... gag-worthy. I mean, I need a poster of this. How great is that? It, like, I feel like this might be around a similar time. Like, am I getting vibes of, like, the inking style Byrne was doing when he was also, like, his 6-issue stunt on Wolverine? I know he did crazy breakdowns with Klaus Janson inking the interiors, but the covers sort of had, like, this scratchy, like, hatching, and I'm just loving it. It looks so good. Do you guys get that? That I love this art. The action is nonstop. It is so gratifying. Like, this is like the Cutter and Rayek versus Rayek, like, graphic album we need. I want this in treasury size. I want this. I want the world to see this. Share this video to everyone. If you're a Byrne or an ELFQUEST fan, I mean, how amazing this is this. And Lita looking so beautiful. It is so good. And the end is just devastating and wonderful and heartwarming and humanizing in that way. Like, if this could sum up the whole... If one panel could sum up the whole story, it would be the expression on Rayek's face here, and that's actually all you would need. Maybe in reaction to Cutter's face, but Rayek, it says it all here. So good, so well done. Evolution of an ELFQUEST story idea. Started on a legal pad, went to a plot, went to a typewriter, went to these very indicative breakdowns. I mean, is this all she gave him to ink? Because if it is, it's amazing. Like, first of all, I mean, it's good. Like, all the information's there. These would be very tight breakdowns. Wendy, if you're watching, I want to talk to you. I want to know. Oh, no, here we go with the tighter pencils. I must have skipped a page earlier. Oh, yeah, those are super tight. Yeah, everything's there. That's all Wendy Pini. It looks amazing. Although she hasn't really... I mean, it feels a little loose compared to, like, the way people pencil nowadays. Like, people pencil wanting it to look like it's going to be reproduced for publication. And back in the day, you know, an inker would finish the art, and boy did he. Oh my god, so good. Beautiful, right guys? So amazing. I love that this book exists. Wave Dancers, definitely on my list for next. Not Byrne, but now that we're in ELFQUEST territory, ELFQUEST quasi territory, we're gonna stay here. I love ELFQUEST. Such a great book. Beautifully illustrated inks. John Byrne over the amazing pencils of legendary Wendy Pini. Such a great book. I mean, it really is just a great story from cover to cover. I cannot recommend it enough. Check it out, guys. And it's still somewhat affordable on eBay. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and I will bring you more later.